Hello, welcome to Beach View, our podcast about all sorts of things and stuff.
Yes, and today we're doing another mixtape. The theme of this one is songs we think the other person wouldn't like. So we deliberately tried to choose songs that we wouldn't like.
Which I think is a funny topic, or theme. You know, love a good mixtape, always have, always will. And I think it's funny because there are always, whenever we're like reviewing music, there's always like certain songs that I don't like and certain songs that you don't like. I'll say more so for you.
Yes.
I'm a little more tolerant. But I was eager to see what you picked and eager to get your opinion on the ones that I picked.
Yeah. And, also with the additional caveat that, we had to actually like the songs we were picking, because neither of us like country, so otherwise it would probably just be, like, all country songs.
Exactly.
Which I feel like defeats the spirit of it, so.
Yeah, so songs that we actually liked and just thought that the other person would not like.
Yes.
Okay, I'll start with my first one.
All right.
So, my first one was Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
You're not gonna say, like...
Oh, hold on. You want me to give, like, background?
Yeah, it's from the 2019 album Lover. For some reason, it was released as a single this year.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. So, this song was released, as you said, 2019. Why is it so popular now?
It got released as a single this year.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. Like, I wrote in my note, because I looked up stuff about all these songs. I wrote in my notes that I think Taylor Swift might be too popular because this seems like an absurd thing to do. That album's already passed. Like, I don't know, maybe people would do this back in the day, but, like, to my understanding, like, you would release an album and, like, all the singles from it, and then once you were on to another album, you were on to another album. You didn't, like, go back.
Yeah. So that's why I was, like, a little confused. It's from Lover, her album, and I don't really understand, like, why it's so popular this summer, but I actually very much like it. I've been singing it to myself, like, all week. So I'm not sure, like, what exactly happened here, but it is making a comeback.
I don't know. I think if Taylor Swift decrees that something's popular, it's gonna be popular. I don't...
Yeah, and I mean, maybe it's like the Eras Tour. It's been like
that's
a big,
probably it.
You know, but I just kind of thought, like, oh, unusual that, like, it was released as a single, you know? Like, I know a bunch of different songs have been, like, way more popular this summer because of the Eras Tour, but...
Again, I think she's too famous.
Right, it hit #1, again, on the charts, so I think that's awesome. And I mean, it's definitely due to the tour, like, for sure, but I just thought, you know, again, like I said, kind of crazy that, like, this was on 2019's Lover, and now it's like, you know, I guess it didn't reach its full potential then, but now it definitely is. And I'm all about it, so, yeah.
Yeah. Also, co-written by St. Vincent, which I thought was strange.
Strange or cool?
I mean, I don't like, I'm a big fan of St. Vincent's old stuff, but I don't like her new stuff, generally, so, this is no exception. I did not like this song. To stop beating around the bush.
I knew you wouldn't like this song. I think that it is funny because I like this song and I knew that you wouldn't. But, I mean, there's no denying its popularity, as you said, so many hundreds of people disagree with you.
Yes, I know. I just think this is boring. Like, this feels like a generic Taylor Swift at this point. Like, I don't know. I already listened to all of 1989. I don't need more of this.
Don't you just love, like, a good summer anthem, though?
No.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. This just, like, to me, it's really boring. I don't have a lot of, like, thoughts on it. It's just, like I said, it feels like a worse version of what was on 1989, an album I already didn't care for because I don't like that genre, so...
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, Okay, so this also kind of follows the script of like, Taylor re-releasing music and like some songs that didn't chart too well when the original albums came out and then they're like re-released and then they chart well now. Like I think it kind of follows that same kind of line, which I think is fun. Like I love all the re-released music. Like I went into work on Friday and like my coworker's like, did you see that Taylor's version is out? And I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, of 1989. So anyway, it's still being like hugely talked about. And I just love when a good song like makes a comeback.
All right, well, next is my first one, Sour Breath by Julian Baker, which is from the 2017 album Turn Out the Lights, and sad indie rock like most of Julian Baker's stuff. What'd you think of it?
Yes. Okay, so I liked it.
Oh, okay. I thought it would be too sad for you.
It was a sad subject. I don't like the name Sour Breath or like that in the lyrics because that kind of grosses me out. But I thought it was a pretty song. There's a little section near the end where the vocalist kind of like yells. I don't want to say yells, but I don't know the correct like musical term, but kind of yells at the end. I didn't really care for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just didn't like that little part. I guess because it's like a kind of like a melancholy, like pretty little song, and then there's like this kind of yelling at the end. I was like, I could have done without that part. Yeah.
That's essential to the song. That's like the emotion being captured, and you're like crescendo at the end, basically.
I didn't like that part. But I thought the song itself, like, I wouldn't add this to any playlist. I'll say that. But it wasn't a bad song. Like, I thought it was kind of a pretty song.
Yeah.
I mean, the lyrics, the storytelling was definitely sad. So, I sometimes like sad stuff, but I thought it was delivered nicely, except for that yelling part. Yeah, and it wasn't like terrible.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's a very pretty song, and I like the emotion of it. And I picked this because it's sad. Like, usually when we hit sad songs on albums, you don't like them, because they're too depressing.
Like, yeah. Yeah, this one, it didn't bother me as much. Like I said, I wouldn't put it on a playlist, but like just to listen to it, it wasn't bad.
Okay, well.
I mean, you really got a sense of like the story in this song, like the sour breath, like it like grossed me out.
Alcoholism.
Yeah, it totally grossed me out, and I was like, ugh, like because that like when somebody's like drinking and they have that smell, and it's just like ugh. So yeah, it kind of grossed me out, but at the same time, it was pretty enough that it was okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess, yeah, I misfired there. I thought for sure the sad lyrics would get you, or the, like, sad vibe.
Like, I didn't hate it. I wasn't in love with it either,
Okay, well, yeah.
You kind of hit the mark. Kind of. All right, you ready for my next one?
Yep.
Okay, I Fall Apart by Post Malone. This was on his 2016 album, Stoney. Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, so, I've listened to this song before, because we were going to do this album for the podcast, but I hated it so much that we ended up not doing it.
That's why I picked a song from the album.
You, however, like, I went back to check my notes on this after listening to it, and I was like, yeah, this was one of the few songs I had, like, mostly positive things to say about. So, you picked the wrong song from that album.
Oh, man, I thought for sure you were gonna be like, this one sucks.
I don't hate this one. Like you said with the last one, wouldn't put it on any playlist.
Yeah.
Wouldn't listen to it again on my own time, but, like, it's a fine song.
What? I got it.
It's a weepy breakup song, and I think it, like, it's exactly what it wants to be. It's doing that really well. The emotion and the vocal performance really carries that.
Wow.
I think the lyrics suck, but that's not the point. It's just kind of like, it's you just went through a breakup and you're like,
yeah,
I gotta listen to Post Malone.
Exactly. As one does. Yeah. I'm surprised. I thought you really wouldn't like it. Because I remember you no, I'm not listening. Like, we're not doing that album. It's terrible. And so
Yeah,
I just
well,
thought like that meant like every song on the album was terrible. But
it was most of
yeah.
them. Like, and I didn't want to just like spend a whole album being like, oh, I hate this. You know.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that you liked it actually. I really didn't think that you would, so
Like's a bit strong, but
I'm glad that you didn't hate it.
yeah, it's fine. Is whatever.
That's so funny.
Yep. So, my next one then.
Yes.
All right, Patricia by Florence and the Machine from the 2018 album High as Hope. We've already covered Florence and the Machine a few times on this podcast. What'd you think of this one?
This one was not my favorite, but it wasn't terrible either. I feel like, her vocals, how talented I think that she is, but it was a little repetitive. So I feel like that's probably why you chose it.
No, I chose this because it's one of my favorite songs, and I knew you wouldn't like it because of that.
Yeah, well, there's no denying like the talent that's there, the instrumentation, the vocals are always like, just I always listen to that and just feel like, oh wow, like so much talent there. So which is why I say like it's not a terrible song. Again, I wouldn't put this on a playlist. I didn't hate it, but it is a little too repetitive for my liking.
Okay, yeah. So I really like this song. Like I said, it's one of my favorites, like of all time.
Yeah, I could see why you would like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really beautiful. I love the lyrics, and I really love the ending section. I think that's like really pretty. And it's like a great.
It's
ending.
a pretty song.
Yeah,
it is another pretty song. And so I can't fault it. It's just not like super spot on to like my style. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, I knew for whatever reason, anytime we listen to an album and like one of us really likes a song, the other one's like, not really feeling this one.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, opposites kind of thing. So,
yeah.
How funny.
Yeah, that's probably about as close as I'll get to you disliking something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know. You'll see.
Okay,
let's go through the rest of yours and we'll see. Okay. But no, it wasn't bad. I mean, I thought, again, just the talent there. I can't say I hate a song by Florence and the Machine. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just absolutely. Yeah. I just, I don't know. I'm always blown away by like how strong the vocals are,
Oh, yep.
All right. Are you ready for my next one?
Yep.
Okay. Next one, Stars Are Blind by the iconic Paris Hilton.
Wait, iconic?
Yes, iconic. She's so iconic.
Okay. All right. I mean, I wouldn't know.
This is on Paris Hilton's album named Paris. This came out in 2006. It was a single. So tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, did you think I wouldn't like this?
Yeah, I really thought you wouldn't like it.
I have a soft spot for 2000s pop for, like, nostalgia reasons.
Yes!
So.
Me too.
Yeah, this is fine. I mean, I don't think I would listen to this on its own. Like, it's, as far as 2000s pop goes, this is not, like, one of the better songs from that era. But, I don't dislike it.
Oh, wow. I really thought you were going to be like, oh, boring. No, I love a good 2000s pop song. Every time I hear this song, which isn't that often, but every time I hear it, I'm just like, oh, I love this song. Like, it's so fun. And I just like, I'm a big fan of Paris Hilton, always have been. And I think like it's such a good little tune. Like, I will give you that, like, I'm not real, like, not confident. I'll say, how do I put this? Paris's journey into the music world has been kind of off and on for, like, the past few decades. And, there are only, like, really a few songs that I really like. I like her more recent stuff, but this is one that always will, like, resonate with me just because of the nostalgia and, like, it's a fun song.
Yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to pick something like a pop song I wouldn't have liked, You should have gone more recent, like with the Taylor Swift song.
I know. I really just thought you were gonna be like, okay, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some reggae influence in it, so like that's at least something going for it.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I'm surprised. I really did not think you would like it, so that's a good surprise.
Yep. Well, next.
Next.
Okay, so next is Sit Down, Stand Up by Radiohead, which is from the 2003 album Hail to the Thief. Very popular alt-rock with electronic influence band, Radiohead. What'd you think of this one?
I will give you this one. You succeeded. I did not like this song. Did not like it. I'm not like a huge fan of Radiohead. I mean, I think like it's okay. But this song in particular, I don't remember hearing this song.
Oh no, it
either,
wasn't
which
a
I was
single.
A little surprised.
So.
Okay. Yeah, and I never really delved into Radiohead's body of music, to be quite honest. This song to me sounds like total chaos. There's just too much going on for me. It's overstimulating. Repetitive lyrics.
Yes, that's why I picked it.
I knew it. Like, sometimes I can handle repetition. Other times, like in this case, I just don't like it. The beat is just too much for me. Like, every part of the song was too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I like this song. It's a fun little song. I like the electronic bits, especially the, like, breakdown portion at the end. It is really repetitive, though. I will grant you that. There's, like, 6 words total.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, say something else, please.
Yeah, I like this song. Not my favorite by them, but, you know, it's a decent song.
Decent song, okay. Okay, well, you did a good job on this one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel like you were, like, listening to it and be like, yeah, she's gonna hate it.
I knew the repetitiveness would get you. I didn't even think about the, like, chaoticness, because it is pretty chaotic, especially at the end, but, like, I don't know, I have listened to more chaotic songs, so this isn't, to me, like, a, like,
I felt like
song.
it just sounded like chaos. Yeah, I really did. Like, there's just way too much going on. Did not like it whatsoever. Like there wasn't any part of it that I really liked, so
okay.
You definitely succeeded on this one.
Yep.
All right, next.
Yep.
Okay, next. My pick was Back to Back by Drake. This is from his 2015 album, Back to Back. So tell me what you thought about this.
So, I'm not, like, qualified to say this. I don't listen to enough rap, but am I missing something, or is this just not good rapping?
I knew you'd think that. I like this song.
Do people think this is good rapping, though?
I think, to me, what drives the song is the beat. Like, that's why the song is, like, a popular song.
It's a really, like, low production track. Like, the point's the rapping. Like, there's even a section where the music drops out entirely. So, like...
Yeah, people like that sort of thing.
I mean, I get that, but I feel like, you know, if you're gonna make, like, a low production track that, like, where the emphasis is on the rapping should be good. Like, is it... like, do I just not know
I don't mind
this
it.
is
Like,
good rapping?
No, I think the rapping is good.
Okay.
Like, he was even nominated for a Grammy for Best Rap Performance for this song, as I understand
I guess I just don't know.
You just... you just don't know. I think, like, to me, this song is, like, catchy. Like, I mean, I will, like, randomly say, like, lyrics from this song. Like, if somebody says, oh, man, I'm like, oh, man, not again. You know, like, it just pops into your head. I mean, come on, there's some good stuff in there. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
No, that's
you
lame.
Didn't like that?
I get that hits differently in 2015, but that is a lame line in 2023.
I think it's funny. I love it. I'm always singing this, like, back to back, and now it's back to that. Like, it's a good song.
I don't know that I'd say I dislike this. I'm confused by it more than anything, because I felt like it wasn't good rapping, but I guess I'm wrong about that, so I don't know.
I I knew you wouldn't like it, which is why I
I
chose
said
it.
I didn't say I didn't like it. Like, the production's good.
You said it was
I'm
bad
missing
rapping,
something.
though.
Yeah, well, I'm missing something here, clearly. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
is this bad rapping? That's my question. Like, that's not, like, dislike.
I think it's good rapping.
It's confusion.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely gonna stay confused, though, because, like, Drake is so very popular that, like, you know.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I think it's good rapping, but,
Okay.
we all have our opinions. So I would say I was, like, somewhat successful in picking the song for you not to like, right?
Is confusion the
Yes,
emotion you were
confusion
going
counts.
for? I don't think that counts.
Confusion counts. I think it does.
Okay, sure. Whatever.
You can't say it's bad rap and then be like, yeah, I didn't mind it.
I mean,
Okay. Well, okay.
I don't
So
know.
I'll give myself a 50% grade on this. Yeah. Well, okay. Good to know your opinion of this.
Alright, well, next.
Next.
A Light on a Hill by Margot and the Nuclear So-and-Sos from the 2005 album The Dust of Retreat. I've mentioned this album on a current viewings before, and it's indie rock with a lot of instruments, particularly like orchestral parts. What'd you think of this?
I thought it was okay. Again, I didn't hate it. I thought the vocals were really pretty, so give it props for that. This song would put me to sleep. It's just kind of one of those, like, I could picture myself, like, listening to something like this, trying to fall asleep. So it's not gonna, like, amp me up,
Yeah.
But I will say, like, I didn't really care for the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
And there's a little part in the instrumentation that I only know how to describe it as, like, kind of like a twang.
Yes, that's why I picked this.
Yes, it reminds me of country. Like, every once in a while, like, someone will be like, hey, listen to the song. Like, not this song, but, like, a song. And if it has any kind of little twang like that, I'm like, it's country. Like, I don't like the country twang. Like,
Yeah.
It can be the prettiest song, and I hear that little twang, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is, like, how to describe that sound besides twang. But I just don't really care for that. But this one had minimal twang in it, so it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but I'm not gonna put it on a playlist.
Yeah, well, I picked this because of the, like, country influence. Like, you can hear in the piano and the guitars, there's, like, I think it's deliberate. There's a little bit of country in here. And that's actually why I like this. It's like an acoustic ballad with, like, the extra flair and, like, the country elements that, like, I really like that sound abstracted from the rest of the whole country ensemble.
Yeah, didn't really love that. But I could see, and I was thinking about this. There's a difference when you're listening to music live than when you're, like, listening at home or wherever. And I could see, like, if I was listening to this live at, like, a venue and they had that little country twang, I probably wouldn't mind it. Because it's just, I don't know, it's like a different, I don't even know how to describe it. But some things, like, I can listen to in person and I'll get, like, into it. And I'm like, yeah, that's not bad. But if I'm listening to it at home, I'm just like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the vocals are really pretty on this. So I'll give it props for that. It's a little bit too low-key and definitely low-key country that it's definitely not my favorite. Okay. I didn't absolutely hate it, but I'm not going to listen to it,
Yeah, this is about as close as I can get to country before I start, revolting.
Right.
So,
right.
I wanted to pick a, like, country-inspired song.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't close enough to country, so...
Yeah, exactly. It's like country, like slightly adjacent. So I could deal with it, but again, I'm not going to listen to it. Like, I probably wouldn't listen to it again unless otherwise provoked to listen to it. So, yeah.
All right, next.
My next choice was Lose You to Love Me by Selena Gomez. This song was released in 2019. It was the lead single on her third studio album, Rare. So actually, the album was released in 2020. This was released as a single at the end of 2019. So tell me your thoughts.
I thought this one was bad.
I knew you would.
It is just a boring paint by numbers pop piano ballad. There's nothing interesting here, and I don't think the vocals carry the emotional tone. This is just nothing of a song. Awful.
It's terrible. What a scathing review. So, I like this song. I think it's a pretty song. I think I'm not a huge fan of Selena Gomez of her music. I like her acting stuff, but there's only certain songs of hers that I like, and this is one of the songs that I like. I mean, I don't think she's bad or anything. It's a different style than what I normally listen to. But this song, and I don't know if it was because it was played so often, but I like it. I really like it. I think it's a soft, pretty song. It's just a easy listening song, I guess. But I knew I chose this one because I absolutely knew you'd be this song is so boring.
Yeah. I don't know how to me this is a sad song. The lyrics especially, it's a sad ballad. I don't get how you go oh yeah, it's easy listening.
I guess because to me it's almost an empowering kind of song. You go through a breakup, you realize I needed that to happen in order to love myself. So I kind of looked at it from that perspective of it's a sad song because you go through that, but the empowering part is absolutely think it's more empowering that you realize the truth of why you had to go through that. You know what I mean?
No.
Well, I think because you come out of it stronger and you have clarity, that's to me was what was empowering.
Okay. I mean, I don't like empowering as a description for art generally, so.
Yeah. Okay. I see that. Well, I mean, that's how I felt. I didn't think it was that sad to me. I thought it was a good message.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, this was a sad song that couldn't appropriately carry its emotion. Like I said, paint by numbers.
Okay. I mean, I can see why you would think that. I like the delivery of it,
Nope.
You're once again, no, I do not. Absolutely not. Well, all right then. So I succeeded in this one.
Yes, this is your, most successful one.
Number 1.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so, the last one, which is mine, Halfway Spoken Heart That Feels Comfort in Everything Until It Disappears and Then It's Gone by Carissa's Weird, from the 2001 album You Should Be at Home Here, and Carissa's Weird is a, sad indie rock band. Emphasis on the indie. They're very, obscure. So what'd you think?
I'll say obscure is a good description. To me, this song is absolutely crazy. It's just crazy. The vocals are so low.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not listening specifically for it, you would totally miss that there are even vocals on here. Maybe it's just me and my hearing's not that great, but
No, that's deliberate.
Yeah, I knew it was deliberate, but I'm you can't, if I didn't know that there were vocals, and I just was listening to this while I'm cleaning my house or something, I would not have even known there were lyrics or vocals. I will say I did read the lyrics because I couldn't decipher them in just listening to the song. So I read the lyrics. The lyrics are, quite poetic in my opinion. I don't mind that. I thought, I like the poetry of it all. The music that kind of reminded me of a 90s song, that kind of almost close to 90s grunge type of music.
Well, this is 2001, so.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't look up when it came out, but yeah. I don't know why I was thinking this was a newer song. But yeah, it definitely reminded me of the 90s, which I like, and I didn't hate the song. The song's absolutely insane though. Like, I'll say that, because it's like, what? Like, you just can't hear the vocals, which is kind of like, I like the creativity of it. Like, to me, this is art, like, I kind of like that they did that. Like, it just is really creative, but at the same time, I'm like, you can't even hear it. So, I'll give this a 50-50.
Yeah, a lot of their vocals are muddy or mixed low. It's part of the whole, like, indie sort of low fidelity aesthetic.
Yeah, it's very interesting, but I think it's just absolutely crazy.
Oh, okay. That doesn't, like, even register. Like, I acknowledge that it's, a different vocal styling, but it's not, like, something that's, like, I really even think about when I listen to them, so.
Oh, like, I mean, I legit, like, couldn't hear it. Like, I would, like, really had to, like, replay a song and, like, listen, because I just couldn't hear it. Like, so that's what I thought was crazy. I'm like, okay, if you listen really carefully, you can hear it come through a little bit, but I couldn't tell what they were saying at all.
Yeah, I had trouble, like, deciding on my last one. Like, I kind of wanted to do a long song, because I figured you wouldn't, like a song that was too long, but, like,
no.
most of the long songs I knew, like, I was either like, I don't think you would dislike this other than the length, or, yeah, it just didn't fit for one reason or another, so I went with this, which is only kind of long. It's like 5-something minutes.
I mean, that's pretty long. Like, I was listening to this thinking, like, this is a long song.
And it's also sad, so I again, wanted to go with something that
it was
felt
sad.
like that.
Yeah, I guess, like, I've just never heard a song with vocals mixed that low. And so I was like, what? Like, crazy. But, yeah, like, I mean, the 90s-esque, I like that part of it. So
okay.
We'll go. Yeah, so that's why I said I'll do 50-50, because, like, truly could not hear the vocals at all, until I, like, really super listened. And, yeah, like, I said with some of the others, this isn't going to make a playlist, but it was an interesting listen.
Okay, well, yeah, so I guess...
So there you go.
Yeah, that's our mixtape.
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job. I think, I knew it was going to be harder for me, like, meaning it would be harder for you to find songs that I didn't like, because usually I can find something good out of a song. Really the only one on here that I was like, yeah, no, was the Radiohead one.
Yeah.
The other ones, all of the other ones were not my favorite, so that's as close as I get to like dislike. But not terrible either. So
I guess I'll count that as a success.
Yeah, that's success. For mine, I was surprised of some of the ones that you liked. So I kind of feel like, I don't know, what do you think my success
like's a bit
was?
strong. It's more like, it's fine. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't dislike the Post Malone or Paris Hilton songs.
Yeah,
the Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez I definitely didn't like, and then the Drake I was just confused by as we kept going over, so.
Yeah. So I think we both were pretty successful in our endeavor to find songs that we liked, but the other one would not necessarily like, so.
Yes. How do you think this sounds as a mixtape? Like, if you took all these together and listened to them as a mixtape?
I don't think that they go together. The Drake one's like the one that just stands out as like not flowing with any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these could like thematically like.
Yeah, I feel like we mostly picked kind of like sadder or sort of slower songs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Thematically I think it could go, except for the Drake one.
Yeah. Well, and I think the Radiohead one might be a bit of an outlier, but.
Yes, Radiohead and Drake. So if you pick
and the Paris Hilton,
songs,
that's too like poppy to me.
Oh, that's too. Yeah,
most
that's
of the
like
rest
a fun.
Of these.
Yeah, so take out like 3 of these songs, and then we could have a legit mixtape.
Yeah.
That neither of us would really love.
Well, I don't know. These have some it's some songs I really like and some songs I don't like. It's kind of high highs, low lows situation for me.
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, isn't that really what a good mixtape is all about? Come on.
No.
Well, I like the spirit of collaboration,
Yes.
So I would listen. I would give it a listen again.
Yeah, I should, burn a CD of all of our mixtapes and give it to you.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. We should definitely do that.
You need to go find a CDR somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, get a CDR, we'll be good to go.
We should do an episode of this where we listen to all these back and determine which one's the best as a mixtape.
Yes, that would be cool. That would be a lot of listening, though.
Yes, it would. But yeah, so, yeah, that's been another mixtape. Any other thoughts or anything else to say?
Nope, I mean, I had fun listening to this, so
Yeah.
always.
And I'll take us out.
All right.
This has been Beach View, our podcast about different things and or stuff. Thanks for listening and tune in next time. Bye.
Bye.